They said, stay inside, it's snowing. I said, As I start preparing for my first winter in the interior of Alaska, a lot of questions are going to get answered over the next 4 months. Is this tiny house going to stay warm enough throughout the winter? That's probably the most important question that I have. Or how am I going to feel living in a place that can reach -40? This is something most of us have never experienced, and I'm curious what I'm going to say in the spring of 2025 about this. But there are other ideas roaming around between my ears that I'll be thinking about over the winter. I was planning on getting a dog this fall, but I decided that it would be easier to get the dog in the springtime. I don't really want to train the dog outside when it's -20 or -30. What happens if the cold weather this winter doesn't bother me? Am I just going to stay in Healy permanently? Or what if the cold weather is just not something that I want to deal with every winter? Am I then just going to leave Healy and never come back to live here? If the winter in Healy is not something I want to deal with every year, maybe I should consider living in a cabin in Healy during the spring and summertime, and then live in a cabin or apartment in either Valdez or on Kodiak Island every fall and winter. It would be nice to live in two different areas of Alaska because that will allow me to see and get to know more of Alaska. But if I enjoy the winter in Healy, I don't think I'm going to want to leave every fall, which in a way would be a shame because I see a lot of advantages of having a town to stay every summer and having another town to stay every winter in Alaska. But before I get too far ahead of myself, first things first. Let's see how this winter in Healy treats me.